What's going on, my fellow Jedi and Padawans? Welcome back to another Jedi gaming video. Thank you guys so much for coming back to the channel, and if you guys are new, welcome. I hope the day is treating everybody well, and 2022 is off to a bang for you guys. The support on the channel has been absolutely off the charts so far this year, and we're only a couple weeks in, so I do truly appreciate that. We got a lot of content to cover once Witch Queen comes out February 22nd, a little bit for the end of season events going on with the season of Lost here, and just it's going to be so content heavy once February comes out. Cannot wait to post a bunch of videos for you guys to help you guys out, grind, get to the levels, get all the new exotics, new dungeon, weapon crafting. It's going to be absolutely nuts, and I'm super pumped for it. But today I want to go over this super fun build that I've actually been playing with. Love using this thing. I kind of feel like Emperor Palpatine mixed with Thor, just the lightning god all over the place. We're using an arc build on our Warlock, actually, with the chromatic fire exotic chest piece, using those elemental wells for arc. It is absolutely nutty, so let's get right into it and show you guys what I'm working with. So this arc build right here for our Warlock has so much synergy on it, and like I said in a past video, not many people are using and utilizing these elemental wells, and I think this thing does perfect, especially with paired with our super, our exotic weapon, and our exotic chest piece. This build is crazy. So to start off, we're using bottom tree Stormcaller actually for a few different reasons. We have landfall right here, which got buffed, and it is super great for that add clear mechanism of the spread of the landfall. And then right here, actually, rising storm with our melee. So when you have an electrocuting melee, so your powered up melee ability, it recharges your super, grenade, and melee ability. So it's super nice when you get that melee kill. It kind of gives you a little recharge for all three of your other abilities. Now that pairs absolutely perfect with what we're going to do here. We have the Monte Carlo exotic auto rifle right here. So this weapon, when you do damage with it, it reduces your melee cooldown, and you have the chance to fully charge your melee with each kill. So pairing this with that rising storm in the bottom tree Stormcaller, it just, you have melees almost consistently proccing that, and it's just absolutely amazing. And we're going to pair that with elemental wells to go with it as well. So for our other two weapons right here, we got a ritual weapon in the Salvager Salvo grenade launcher right here, just because it has ambitious assassin, it's arc, so we can get those wells to drop, and we have chain reaction for those arc explosions. Next right here, we got the Swarm. This one's adept, it doesn't have to be, but I have Surplus and Dragonfly on it for a few different reasons. Dragonfly, we're going to get that AoE damage explosion of arc once again, making this that arc synergy build go crazy. And then Surplus, actually, because of that Rising Storm melee ability, when we get a kill with it, it kind of recharges our other abilities. So we do plan on having abilities a lot, allowing us to proc Surplus, which increases the handling, reload, and stability for each fully charged ability. Now we're moving on to the armor with the mods to make this build really just hit that synergy top tier. That's just the cherry on top of this build. So we're going to have our machine gun ammo finder with our grenade launcher ammo finder and elemental armaments. So combatant weapon final blows with a damage type matching your subclass has an escalating chance to drop those elemental wells, hence the explosion with chain reaction and Salvager Salvo in arc. And then right here with Dragonfly, so we can get that arc explosions to proc and create more elemental wells. Next right here, I have auto rifle loader, so we can have that Monte Carlo reload pretty fast. And then right here, melee well maker, so powered melee combatant final blows spawn elemental wells matching your subclass type. So that mod right there is going to pair absolutely perfectly with a 90 tier strength right here, Monte Carlo giving you back your melee almost consistently, and then also this rising storm getting those full melee charges. You get your energy back on your other three, including your melee. So it's just absolutely perfectly synergetic. So next right here, we do have grenade launcher ammo reserve, so we can hold more ammo in our Salvager Salvo, along with a elemental well mod, Font of Might. So picking up those arc elemental wells that match your subclass energy type grant a temporary bonus damage to your weapons of that same energy type. So when we're picking up all the arc elemental wells that we'll be causing with our melees and then our gun explosions with elemental armaments, these will both give us those wells on top top of our melee with all the chain reaction explosions going on. It just pairs perfectly. And then on top of it all, right here, the exotic perk for our chest piece, precision final blows from non-elemental kinetic weapons create an explosion of your elemental subclass. So getting precision blows with our Monte Carlo will give us our melee energy back, and then also create these arc explosions via this chest piece right here, making us have the chance of proccing those elemental wells even more. Next right here, we have grenade launcher, scavenger, and bountiful wells. So we can have those elemental well mods that cause you to spawn elemental wells can now stack, and it just gives you extra additional copies, you know, so you have extra wells spawning, and that just means that we have an extra elemental armaments on right here. So we have it on our class item as well as our headset, so we can have two of them and they stack, so those weapon final blows with our salvager salvo and our swarm just pair perfectly, and we have more wells being distributed around the area. Next, as well on this class piece, we have utility kickstart. So when your class energy is fully expanded, so when you cast your well right here, you gain class ability back. So once again, that pairs perfectly with our surplus, with our melee. We're going to be getting our arc abilities back super fast, always have our melee procced basically, and be getting those elemental wells everywhere. Now that we've covered that build in depth, going over every single mod, going over that crazy synergy, here's some gameplay of it, going through the K1 Revelation Lost Sector on the moon, and then also doing that Altar of Sorrow public event that's in the Sorrows Harbor as well. So you can kind of see how well these all pair together with all the arc explosions and getting all of these wells paired, so you can get that extra damage, you can get your melee proc, you can get all of your abilities back faster, you get your super faster, and like I said, that arc AoE damage on your gun, your melee, everything with landfall is just perfect for being the ad clear person within your fire team, that 3-man fire team if you're running it, or if you're going through solo. This build is perfect for doing lost sectors like this because of all of that ad clear. Plus, when you do get that arc damage for your weapons with Font of Might, you do a lot of extra damage with your salvager salvo and your swarm. So it's a perfect way to take down some of the more powerful enemies within each of these sections here. So as you can see here, I kind of cycle between all three weapons pretty consistently as well, especially when I'm doing the Altar of Sorrows, just because I get all of those chain reactions that I want from the explosions with Dragonfly and chain reaction on the actual salvager salvo. And then you can also see the kinetic damage when I'm doing those precision kinetic damage with the Monte Carlo. You can see it dropping those arc explosions as well. And then I'm almost always have my abilities with my melee, especially almost always having that. Plus my grenade comes back super fast by picking up those wells and making connection with the melee. It's absolutely crazy for almost always having your abilities and getting them back super fast. So hopefully you guys really enjoy this build. I think it's amazing to use, and you guys can try it out. Getting ready for some different Witch Queen builds. I know we're getting Void 3.0, so that'll change up the game a lot. And there's going to be some absolutely nutty builds I think that we're going to come up with. So thank you guys so much again for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.